Hello everybody, Teacher Tori here. I just wanted to give you guys a rundown of the application process because I have had so many people interested, but they are a little bit afraid of the application process because it looks like there's so many steps. So I'm going to go one by one and just kind of talk about each part of the process. The process, basically, you go in and you click through the link that I provide to you, and then it kind of populates up. It shows me immediately when you have started the process, so I can kind of send you information on whichever section you're on, which is super helpful. So the first thing that you're going to do is your basic information. You're just filling in all of the information that you would on like a regular application. You're not really submitting anything or sending pictures of anything yet. You're just submitting all the information. You do have to have a bachelor's degree. They're very serious about that. This is more about like the parents in China than anything else. They just are very educationally focused, and that's just a qualification that they can't really skimp on it. So you have to have a bachelor's degree. Even if you have an associate's in like early childhood education or something like that, they still won't accept it. So I know that sucks, but it is what it is. So gotta have the bachelor's. The other thing you really need for the first basic information part is when they ask about your teaching experience or experience with kids in general. This just has to equal a year's worth of 40-hour work weeks. But it can be anything. Like it could be babysitting for 7 years while you were in high school and college. That could be working in a preschool part-time, but for a few years. That could be coaching for years, mentoring, anything that involves little kids. This could be babysitting, like randomly. I'm talking randomly, but also this can be homeschooling your own kids. So there are so many ways that you can get that qualification down. It's just got to be like a year's worth of experience. That's pretty much it. The other thing that happens during this basic information time is sometimes they have you take a little quiz. It doesn't happen to everybody. I think that it's just kind of a pick and choose situation for them. So sometimes they have you take a little teaching quiz, and it's basically just basic information. And if you pass it, great. If you don't, I think they give you more chances to take it. So that's pretty much all there is for that. And whenever you take that, I'm pretty sure there's information involved with it, and you read the information, then you take the quiz. So it's really not hard. It's like a basic common sense type quiz. Okay, the second thing that you're going to do is the demo lesson. This terrifies everybody. Everybody is scared of it. First of all, I was nervous too. We'll just get that out there. I was very nervous for this. I was sure I was going to fail. My kids were not cooperating. The one night that I made this a scheduled thing was the one night my children decided not to go to bed on time. And when I was in there trying to do it and like set up for it, my kids were like screaming in their beds. It was not a good situation, but it turned out okay. It was fine. I passed the first time. It's all good. So demo lesson. This is like an interview plus a 10-minute demo of whatever they choose for you to have. Most of the time you're getting a lesson called My Feelings, and you're literally teaching the kids what like sad and happy and angry is. It's very basic stuff, and it's super simple. You just need a couple of props, and that's pretty much it. And by props, I mean like you could get a piece of paper and use it instead of a whiteboard. All you need is something with your name up. You can put a piece of paper up with tape with your name. That's all you need. And you need a reward system. And you can literally put a piece of paper up with a gumball machine that you drew, and then make little gumballs, cut them out, put tape on the back. You're using it one time for this demo lesson. It does not have to be perfect. They know that you're doing an interview. Also, I have had personal experience with somebody who did not have a headset yet. She explained that it's coming in the mail, whatever, and they still passed her. So it's not a big deal if you don't have your headset right away. You just need to have a microphone on your computer so that they can hear you. So you go in, you talk to them. It's usually somebody at their Beijing headquarters. So you're going to be talking to them. Sometimes it's somebody you really cannot understand in my case. Other times it's somebody you can understand perfectly in lots of other people's cases. So it just is kind of a free up in the air situation. You never know what you're going to get. They basically are asking you the same questions, like what's your degree? Do you have a bachelor's degree? Which they wouldn't pass you on to schedule a demo if you didn't. So not an issue. What's your degree? What's your experience? They're kind of adding everything in. They're putting everything into a little form, and that's going to help them decide how much to pay you. So that's what you just got to tell them. I have this much experience. I have this many years experience with this age of kid. You don't have to necessarily say like, oh, I babysat, blah, blah, blah. You can just say, I have experience from this age to this age for this many years. Start with that. And if they pry more, they do. If they don't, they don't. Then whatever. Just make it sound really good. And that's all you got to do. And that's it. I thought it was going to be much more of like a conversation. It was literally her asking me questions and filling in a form. There was no like extra conversation. Then after you're done filling in the form with them, they like switch in their brains. They turn into a 5-year-old who doesn't know English, and you give them their little demo. 10 minutes goes by so fast. So don't be too scared of that. Definitely practice on your own with a timer by yourself so that you don't have to feel nervous about anything. And just try to stay on time. But she stopped me in the middle of mine to correct something that I said wrong. So first of all, if that happens to you, don't worry. Because when she did that, I was like, oh, and I fail. Okay, cool. And then also, I went over time. I had practiced and had done it under 10 minutes before, but it didn't happen this time. So I went over and she stopped me and I didn't get to finish. And I had like a little bear or something to have as my puppet, and I just didn't get to even use it. So I showed her, I was like, man, I was hoping to get to that because I have this. And so there was a little bit of conversation, but then she told me how she thought I did. And then she offered me a certain amount of money per hour plus the incentives. And she typed it in the little chat box on the side. And that's how that goes. It's good to do your interview live because you know immediately if you were hired, you know immediately what they're going to offer you pay wise, and you know what your next step is. And that's all in one like 30-minute amount of time, which is so good. I really liked that. I wanted it to be over with. I wanted to get it done with. I didn't want to go to bed and then lay there and think about like whether I got hired or not because it didn't go the way I planned. So there's that. You also have the option though with your demo lesson to record it and send it in, and then they review it and say if they think that it's good or not, as far as if they're going to pass you, hire you, and then they email you with what they're going to hire you for and what they're going to pay you. So those are your two options. If you really feel like you need to not have a live person talking to you, that's okay. But I can promise you they have seen worse than what you would be doing in your demo. The third step is you're going to get your certification. Certification is when you are deciding what level student you want to teach. I got certified first in level 2 and 3. It was like level 2/3. And that actually was not a good one to get certified in first because they completely got rid of the level 2 that I got certified for. So I was only looking at about 20% of the population of level 2 students. And level 2 students are a large portion of the population of a large portion of the VIPKID population. So you definitely want level 2, but you want level 2 interactive. Those are like the main basic kids. Some of them basically know English. Some of them are really great at it. And it's okay if they know no English. You're going to be fine. I promise. I really was concerned about this, but I promise it's good. So you want level 2 certification interactive. That's the one that you need to pick. And they will go through, they'll send you the information you need. You'll get your PowerPoint that you're going to teach. And then you just get creative and do what you want to do with it. You get 10 minutes. Again, it's the same kind of thing. And you're going to teach the 10-minute demo to somebody. And these people are really nice and super helpful. You have a conversation with them afterwards. They tell you like, what do you think you need to work on, and have an actual conversation with you about it. It's not like that initial interview pass fail situation. This is also somewhere that you don't really fail. Like you might have to do the demo over again, but that's just because they want you to feel like you're doing a really great job right when you go into teaching. They don't want you to feel helpless and like you don't know what's going on. They want you to be successful. So you're also going to be representing the VIPKID brand. So they want you to be a really good teacher. So if there were like really big hiccups, they might have you do it again, but it's going to be fine. Promise, it will be fine. The trial 3.0 certification is also good, but definitely I think you have to wait to get that one after you already have a different certification. But the level 2 interactive certification is the one that you want. And you just do material reading, quiz, demo. Done. Finished. Okay, the last part of the actual application process is your background check. You definitely are going to have to start uploading your things around this time. You need like a copy of your passport or your ID or something like that to just certify that you are able to work in the USA or Canada. And then your picture of your degree. It doesn't have to be like an official anything. You just need to have a picture of it, and that's what you need to do. It's not a very difficult thing to get. And they will also send out a background check for you. A lot of places you have to pay for a background check, but this is not like that. They just send out your information and get it back, and it's fine, and it's all good. It's very quick and simple and easy. Around all of this, you're also going to be doing your profile, and the profile is just one picture that's like professional, 2 pictures of your family or whatever, and then a paragraph about yourself and a 15-minute wow. That would be excessive. A 15-second video that's kind of like a little commercial for you that the parents can view. And I will tell you, the kids watch them. I went on to one of my lessons the other day, and a little boy, I came in and I could hear my video playing like over and over again before I turned on the camera. And when I turned on the camera, he was like, "Hello, Teacher Tori." Like, they really know, they really watch it, and they really look to see what you're going to be like in that video. So don't be super basic there. Try and make it fun. So that's the application process. It took like a solid week for me to feel like I had everything done. And then after I finished the application process and was able to start doing bookings, I just started taking more certifications so that I could then fill my slots up. But just take your time, because this is one important thing. When you go in and you schedule your demo, you have 3 days after your demo is processed to do your certification. You have an unlimited amount of time to schedule your demo. So if you do the basic info, step 1, when you schedule your step 2, your demo, and then you pass, they send you an email and it says you have 3 days to do your certification. So just know that you have like a set amount of time. You have a window for this application process. Once you do that, your other certifications are not like that. They're not on like a timetable. So only do this when you feel like you've got the time to go ahead and knock it out, and spend a week just going through as many parts as you feel like you can. So like on a Sunday, I put in my basic information. On Monday, I got it. It was approved, and I scheduled my demo for Wednesday. Wednesday, my demo was passed, and then they told me I had 3 days. So Thursday, Friday, Saturday, I did my certification on Saturday. I could start booking students the next week. So it works out really nicely that way. Know also that whenever you do pass everything and you've got your certification, that week that you're on, you probably will not get very many bookings at all, if any, because it's the first week and the parents have already booked for that section of time. They book the next week out on Sunday. So like on Sunday, that's right now, today, this Sunday, they're not scheduling for Monday and Tuesday of this coming week. They're scheduling for the next week after that. And the parents that have already taken classes with you can schedule even farther out than that. So just know that you have a timetable for your application process. They just have so many people that are applying. They like to get the application process over with. The rest is so self-paced. That's the application process. I hope it was informative and you feel like you know what's going to be happening, and it's all going to be fine. It's a process for sure, but it's one that's totally doable. If you are not a VIPKID teacher yet and you would like to go ahead and get started, go ahead and click the link below. Make sure you also subscribe to my channel, because I will be posting new videos at least once a week. At least. I've posted like 3 in the past week, but you guys let me know what you want to see or what you're having trouble with and what you would like to see in a video explained. They'll send me an email when you go from your application process to the demo, so that then I can send you an email about the demo. It's really super simple. I also have a Facebook group that is just for people that are interested and are kind of wondering more and would like to talk to other people about it, and also for people who are in the application process. And I will also link that group below. Another group that I have is for teachers that go through the process with me, and I'll share videos of like the actual slides and how to teach them and things like that in that group. So once you go through all of this, that's one of the benefits of going through my link, is that I'm going to help you teach from forever. Anyways, guys, I really hope you have a great day. Let me know if you need anything, and I will talk to you later. Bye.